Welcome back to the channel, guys. I figured I would just go over my plans on the maze this video since the leak hasn't actually been correct so far. Like, they said that witchkat was going to be in a limited time path. Well, the limited time path came and it's the dreamer. Um, my take on this is that if potentially another path is coming, it's going to be an easy path like the chests normally are, or like the Panda Explorer path normally is. And then there's the very small chance that it would be another limited time path just like this Dreamer is, where it'll still cost 4,000 plus coins just like Dreamer does. And if there's that small chance that that happens, I didn't want to use my coins and go for this Dreamer, meaning the last thing I wanted to do was spend all of my coins, unlock Dreamer, and then the day after Dreamer's gone, another limited time path comes and it only lasts 2 days and I don't have enough time to finish that path because I've spent all my coins. That's my biggest fear. So I felt that the only way to play around that happening was to just save my coins and go for the main path, meaning when the 30% discount comes will be the first time I spend my coins, assuming that a witchkat path doesn't happen, and then the 20% path will also be when I spend my coins. And that at least lets me know that if witchkat never shows up when the 20% drops, I can grab this nemesis monster, so it's not a total waste for me because I will have collected a ton of coins by then, so I can get both monsters. Now, if it comes in it's easy, then I just did a little bit of extra work, because if the path comes in it's easy, then the best correct way to have done the maze would have been to just get Dreamer right now from the limited time path, and then when the easy path comes, do it, and then just take the rest of the maze off and not worry about getting any coins from, or getting any cells from the main path. So I felt that, the only way to leave myself not susceptible to any crazy things, I don't trust SP at all, so to leave myself not susceptible to anything, I felt like it's safer just to go for the main path. Now that is completely outside my comfort zone, and I will explain to you why that is outside of my comfort zone. I myself spend tons of time during the month ranking up my books. As a free-to-play without spending gems to rank a monster up, it takes one full day. So when ranking these pages, you're looking at more than 2 weeks worth of keeping your ranker busy ranking them up. And currently, I have them all ranked 1 except Oro and Dreamer, and Oro is in the ranker currently. So when he's finished, I will have them all but Dreamer. And you only get Dreamer's cells, which take 2 days to craft, which means I normally do the limited time path. That way, currently, if I was doing the limited time path, I would be getting the cells to Dreamer in just enough time so that I could put Dreamer in the crafter, and then by the time my other monsters were all rank 2 and the only one left to rank was Dreamer, Dreamer would be an egg hatching for me to rank up right before race came. So that way I would be able to get 6 rune chests from my book rewards before race started. And then I would rank Dreamer again after race to get the other 6 chests from a rank 2 page. That is usually the game plan. It's not going to work now because I'm not going to get Dreamer until the end of the maze, and when the maze is over, race starts, which means I need 5 days to craft, hatch, and rank Dreamer, and I don't have 5 days if I wait and do the main path, which means I'm only going to get 2 rune chests before race starts and then get the other 10 after race. Or if we finish our race goal 3 days into race or 4 days into race, then I can do it on the last day or 2 of race. But either way, I'm currently waiting to do a collection. So I thought also I would show you guys that I am in the game, meaning this maze, I have not been sitting it out for 4 hours, meaning I now know how to get 225 coins whether I'm in the game or not in the game. I just know that logging in is what resets my timers. And I've only had a hiccup twice from it, meaning my gauntlet stream crashed and then I had to restart my game, which cost me 6 coins. And also, my game crashed once just from not being in it long enough, like I was on Discord, and then when I went back to my game, it went to the loading screen like the game was trying to load. So what I did is I just didn't let it load into the game, and I completely exited, and then I waited till my next collection to log in, which was annoying because I wanted to log in and do stuff, so I had to wait for like an extra hour and a half when I normally wanted to play. And then if I stay in, what I do is right before it's time for me to collect, roughly about 5 minutes before, I log out, and then I wait till the 5 minutes is up, and then I log back in and do my collection. And I get my 225. Everything has been perfect. Currently, I am thinking about doing this feed quest. As you can see, I have 9 million food, which is more than I normally have, and I have all big farms laid down, which means I should have more than 11 mil food once I collect my next set of food, and I've already fed 5 mil, so another 11 mil definitely puts me over my mark to be able to get the 15 gems. Or I mean the 20 gems. I necessarily wouldn't be doing it for the 20 gems as much as I'd be doing it for the fact that my monsters are like level 4 and 5, the new cosmics that I got, and people would say like, oh, well, why do you level them past 50? You don't even really need to level them past 50. Well, the reason why I like to level them past 50 is because they make a lot more gold when they're maxed all the way up, meaning a mythic is 364 GPM at level 50, which is the same as a Hyperia, but if you're ranking your mythics to rank 2 every month for the cosmic book pages, then you should be leveling them up to 120 a month too, so that you can reap the extra gold permitted bonuses. So that's the way I look at it, and I'd like to get them all up to 120 using the food from this event. So I feel like it'll all work itself out. I'll be broke again, but I'll be in a pretty good shape for saving up food after that and for saving up gold. Where I'm starting to lack at from spending so much gold in food lately is my runes. When it comes to race, I don't have nowhere near as many runes as I'm used to having. I'm used to having thousands of level 1s, whereas currently the only rune I have thousands of is Team Gold, and Team Gold is not that valuable to me because I don't have very many level 4 habitats, and it costs too much gold for me currently to make them level 4, which means regular gold runes are about 4 times more valuable to me than Team Gold are. Now, when that changes in the future, it's going to change gradually. It's not going to just like change overnight. I'm all of a sudden going to have level 4 habs everywhere. No, one day at a time, I'm going to be moving 3s to 4s later on. So during that time, I can be changing gold to Team Gold just by using those bunch of Team Gold runes that you see me having and sticking my gold runes in there. So that's my plan in that department too. I am not watching the woods. I know I could get away with watching them because they'll reset again before the maze coins go in there. But honestly, I don't like to watch the woods anyways, guys. Normally, I don't even watch the woods for maze coins. I just let it go. Like, it's random. If I'm bored doing nothing or something and watch the movie, maybe sometimes I'll click them and get some maze coins or something. But that's it. I don't actually like sit down and be like, ooh, I can't wait to get 400 maze coins, because I usually already have the monster from the limited time path, and then I just don't care about the maze anymore. So currently what's going on is I'm just sitting back and waiting. When the maze coins go in there, I plan to watch 80 videos. That's 1,600 coins worth. And that should make up for the fact that I didn't collect coins before ever hearing about the witchkat leak. Now, if the witchkat leak turns out to be not true, it's not really going to bother me that much. I'm going to get a nemesis monster, which is more than I would have got if I was lazy, because I would have just been lazy had they not put a witchkat leak out. But it also annoys me because I was looking forward to being lazy, meaning I got race coming next week. I like the idea of being able to just grind maze for 2 days and not even have to grind it very hard. Like, just grind it. Don't miss one collection when you go to sleep twice. And then get the monster from the limited time path and then just take the whole rest of the maze off. That's the way I was hoping for everything to go. But people who say, oh, I don't think they're going to give out witchkat because people paid money for it or whatever. Look, I didn't think they were going to not give out witchkat, meaning I was almost like 90% sure if I grinded and got witchkat that they would just give it out within, like, before the event ended. Like, the reason why I felt that way is because so far I've never seen them give a free-to-play trophy. And what I mean by free-to-play trophy is, I mean, it was really hard for free-to-play to acquire. So those who busted ass or whatever and tried real hard and actually completed something and achieved something, they don't get to keep that achievement. It gets dumbed down, meaning they give it out for free later or something. Like, the best one that comes to my head is Santa. Back at Christmas, Santa. If you played during Christmas, you got a Mega Taunt trait monster because you were able to max collect or near max collect and rank 1 him, like you were all of the Forsakens back then. So to all the free-to-play who spent their Christmas grinding maze coins, along with 6 other days of grinding maze coins, were able to initially get rank 1 Santa. And then what did they do? Not even 2 weeks later, they had a 2-day maze with Santa in it. So why? So that all those slackers who came up short of rank 1 could get it. And then all of us people who had rank 1 just got some extra cells for nothing because there wasn't enough cells to rank 2 your guy. It was literally like you just got a 2-day maze for nothing. So like when I think of that, that's what I thought of witchkat. Meaning, so if people want to bring up other monsters and be like, yeah, well, look at any other maze monster. It's not like they give 2 mazes for me to get Lindworm. If I missed Lindworm's maze, I missed Lindworm. Okay, was Lindworm a 2-day maze? No. Do they have 2-day mazes for monsters? No. Meaning the 2-day mazes are for monsters that had already came out before. Meaning they're giving you a chance to get a monster that already came out before. Whereas if they don't do anything for witchkat, then he was just straight up a 2-day maze for people. Which I haven't seen. I mean, you can comment in the comments if I'm wrong, but I've been playing a year, and I ain't seen no monster only come around for a 2-day maze. Not once. Not once in the whole year I've been playing. So that seems really odd to me that that's the only time he was going to be available as a 2-day maze. Like, what about the people who, like, don't even pay attention to Discords and leaks to even know when a 2-day maze is happening? Like, I guess, oh, they're out of it, you know. Exactly. I do believe that they would bring another opportunity to acquire the cells for witchkat. It just seems too good to be true that they would let a handful of people, because there are free-to-play out there who got the monster. And that's why I wish they wouldn't give out witchkat cells, because those people earned a trophy. Meaning, if you don't give out witchkat in another 6 months, when everybody's like, witchkat's pay to play, there's free-to-play out there that are like, no, it's not. If you were good like me, you'd have it. Like, so giving out the cells takes that away from those free-to-play. That's the whole thing with, like, the ones that got Cat UFO. Meaning there's free-to-play out there who got Cat UFO. But there's also free-to-play out there who got Cat UFO when the new PvP update released. They got them from eggs, I believe. And then there's people out there who got Cat UFO from BDHS. So, I mean, there's tons of people out there who got Cat UFO free-to-play. Just like there's tons of people out there who got Froma free-to-play because they got it from a quest, or just because they missed and they still got it because they had extra cells. But what I don't see is new monsters coming out in 2-day mazes and that being it. So I am thinking this monster is going to be available in the maze somehow. And that is why I'm going to sit out the limited time path for the first time ever on purpose. And meaning when I was a noob and I didn't know when the limited time path was coming, I'd miss it and then I wouldn't get the monster that way. I'd just do the main path. So this is the first time I've ever, like, at my own doing was like, nah, man, of course I got the coins. Like, you can look right now and see I got 4,000, which means I'd be like 1 move away from getting the monster right now. So, like, of course I could get this monster doing the limited time path. My only concern is I'd spend all my coins to do a limited time path, and then 2 days from now they'll have another limited time path, and it'll be for witchkat, and it'll require 4,300 coins, and I won't be able to get 4,300 coins in those 2 days. Which is odd because you'd be able to get 1,600 from the woods, and then you'd be able to do 2 days worth of collections, which is 2,400 extra coins, which is 4K. So, I mean, who knows? But I just feel like this way, since worst case we're going to grab the Nemesis, meaning I'm going to move the main path to get to the Dreamer, and in doing that I will move the Nemesis monster a couple of times. Whereas, had I done the limited path, I wouldn't be moving anything. I'd be taking the rest of the maze off. But, like, I guess the easiest thing that could happen is that it could come in and be, like, only 400 coins or something, and then the people who already did the limited time path, they're in better shape than I am because they can already have their Dreamer hatched and ready by the time I'm just putting mine in the crafter. So that's where I'm at and what's going on in the game currently. Yeah, I don't really have anything else going on. I've just been doing the maze. I did stream the Gauntlet. Those of you who haven't been following lately, the last whole week of streams is gem free, meaning we haven't spent gems and we're making 540 Stardust every single day. Even when it's a hard day, even when we get alted, even when things go bad, we're still just finding a way to still get the 540 dust every single day, and it is adding up as a free to play, I'm starting to not even feel free to play anymore. I mean, when you look at my profile, I've got 150 Tabora now, 148 Lindworm, like that, just, and never spent gems for them. That feels so far from free to play, but it's free to play. And once I rank this book page, I'll have extra dust to start putting into the Viperu, I guess. I have no idea how you say this guy's name, man. But I do actually have a plan for the future of my gauntlet. What I plan to do is invest in this guy instead of investing more in Kodama, which I told you that Kodama was going to the retirement home before this monster was even in my possession. Before you guys, back when I wanted you guys to make sure you had a chance that you didn't miss this monster when it was a quest monster, even if you had to spend gems to get it. I told you straight up, like, look, this guy's going to retire Kodama. That's still the case, man. This guy's going to retire Kodama. The reason why he retires Kodama is he eliminates the ability for me to be alted. Meaning, if no one's going to alt me from node 40 to 50 because this guy shuts them down, then all I have to do from 50 to 56 is have permanent bait teams so that I can bait every single day node 50 through 56, and then after baiting it, send in my triple Uriel team so that way, if they get an alt somehow, all it does is kill my team, and then my team comes back to life from a Uriel Essence trigger and finishes the node. Meaning, if I can get it set up like that, I think I will have a gem-free strat every single day of the gauntlet. Which I'm sure people will catch on to what I'm doing. Like, you know, even the spenders, man, I don't know spenders that are getting gem-free days over and over and over and over and over and over again. They will tell you like, oh, I got alted this day, or oh, this happened. Exactly. You need backup plans. You need some, like, alts are going to happen, meaning having a guy like this is going to prevent alts from happening. Not all the time. Eventually the monsters are going to get so fast that they're going to take 2 turns, which means they're going to charge or alt on that extra turn. Which means once that starts happening, this guy is no longer an alt stopper. He's just an alt reducer when compared to Kodama. But in the early nodes of the gauntlet, he is an alt stopper. And then when I reach the point where he's no longer stopping alts, but he's reducing the amount of chance that they could get one, because only one monster gets to charge, which means only one monster gets the opportunity to alt you, and he's not CDA like he would be from Kodama, which means his chances of alting you are even lower. That's when it's time to use the triple Uriel team. And since you're not getting hit by the denier because you baited it, your triple Uriel team will still have its revive in its back pocket in case you get alted, allowing for a gem-free day every day even when the alts happen. That is the game plan that I'm looking forward to achieving in my gauntlet. It's just going to take some time to invest in it, but I would figure before another 2 months is up, we'll have that plan all figured out, all set up, and every day utilizing it. Whereas currently, basically I feel like the only thing that's going to beat me in the gauntlet currently is multiple alts. Meaning, after they alt me and I lose, like, say, bomb to an alt, I then get alted again and lose my main team. Or the alt happens in a way where I was planning to soak a hit with bomb, and then he got alted, and then it's like my team's the one who's got to soak a hit, so they die and revive, and maybe they die and revive because of a dot instead of damage, which means they lose their turn. It seems like the window of how to lose in the gauntlet is getting smaller every day, and the window of how to complete it gem-free is getting bigger every day. And I just want to keep magnifying that. And that's what's going on my channel, guys, so tune in. I will keep you updated. Currently, they're selling Corruptus, which I already have cells for rank 2 of. I don't think any of the Forsaken are worth gems, guys. If you're a spender and you're planning to spend gems, I think that, in my opinion, if I was a spender, the only ones I would really want to buy are Thundir and some Kneasel, just to get Kneasel Anticipate. I think Kneasel is good and underrated in the Grandmaster duels, and then I feel like Thundir is the best legend in the game. I myself contemplated time and time again about buying a Forsaken back when Lindworm was fresh and new, because I was like, man, I want to be able to turn transfer with Lindworm. It really just doesn't add up, man. You're still going to lose to anyone's Lindworm team that's faster than yours. So yeah, like, honestly, I think that the only ones that are really worth it are a couple of cells for Nizel and then Thundir. Thundir is the best one, even better than Lord Pumpseed. So anyway, guys, thanks to everyone who's been watching the channel. I've talked for 20 minutes, but you guys seem to all not mind watching 20-minute Lost Jumper Talks videos. So here's another one we can add to the list, and I will see you tomorrow. Later.